for yourself. Discover the secret. Secret 12. Supplies of Secret 12 are very limited. Secure yours today at InfoWarsLife.com or by calling toll-free 888-253-3139.
You're listening to The Alex Jones Show. To stop tyranny? Well, so does he. Live from the Infowars.com studios, it's Alex Jones.
All hell is breaking loose across the world as the move towards the singularity intensifies. I'm your host, Alex Jones. We're going to be here for the next 2 hours live on this Sunday, the Ides of March. Hard to believe. It is the Ides of March, the day Julius Caesar was stabbed to death. YouTube Brutus in the Roman Senate. In fact, what was the year of that? I just noticed that today is the Ides of March, and I also just noticed on Friday, looking up at the date, that, wow, it was Friday the 13th, ladies and gentlemen. Where to begin? Oh, my goodness. Do we not have a full spectrum of information to cover? Here's a little giblet of the day. Hertz puts cameras in its rental cars, says it has no plans to use them. Cameras and microphones in basically any, quote, smart device, surveilling the living Toledo out of everyone. And that will dovetail with an article that's top linked on drudgereport.com on the left-hand side. Protesters stage anti-robot rally at South by Southwest. And we have a video report shot by Buckley Hammond, who's also in there producing today, with Nico Acosta. Rage Against the Machines, South by Southwest anti-AI protest to stop the robots. Group warns against artificial intelligence takeover. We need to see more of this because I'm not so worried about the artificial intelligence takeover if we thought it out and didn't weaponize it from day one and make it autonomous, where its core function is killing people and surveilling. And if it wasn't being designed by the globalists. So forget whether it's AI or not. This ubiquitous grid takeover is being used to dehumanize and predict human activity, to manipulate human activity, and bring in total tyranny. So they really need to go protest over at Google. In fact, this is one of the ideas I had for South by Southwest a month ago, and we had a meeting. It's in the notes. I said, I want to cover how they were really founded as an AI and how they act all liberal and trendy on the surface when they're really basically a government globalist consortium front group. Maybe I should personally go down to Google and march in there with a camera, and when they say down on 2nd Street, why are you here? You have to have permission. Why are you videotaping us? I'll say, but wait, you go around grabbing all our data, including Google cars, stealing passwords. There's been a new Google data breach. Personal info of users leaked due to Google error. And again, I don't have some giant, for lack of a better term, well, the word is hard on. I have a large repertoire of speech. It is a family show, but sometimes there's just not words to describe something without actually using the word. A rose is still a rose by any other name. It's just what it is. Microsoft, predatory. IBM, uber predatory. Google, predatory. And we still have to work with Google some because it's so ubiquitous now. It's like the water's poison, but I still got to drink water if there's no clean water around. Google is super bad, folks, super manipulative in all of their functions, and they want to be the internet and the AI system to control the future of the world, and they've got the best shot right now at doing it. So that's coming up today. Again, this is just one small area of the news. Over-the-top developments in Russia, over-the-top developments in Pakistan, over-the-top developments with Kerry and ISIS and with Israel and Saudi Arabia and everything happening with Iran. Border Patrol says they're seeing a huge increase in sex offenders crossing the border. ISIS just being ordered to release them under the new Obama maximum criminal takeover. You say, why is Obama so over the top? Why are the globalists so over the top? Because they got to break our will and set precedents to do anything they want anytime. Because stuff's going to get crazier and crazier under their plan. So they just got to get us acclimated to troops doing gun confiscation drills and checkpoints and surveillance blimps and half the public having cancer. I mean, I saw an article just the other day from Mainstream News saying they predict half the kids will have basically Alzheimer type stuff or autism, brain disorders by 2025. Used since before the days of the Roman Empire to support the body's natural systems and enhance overall health. Introducing the new InfoWarsLife.com oil of oregano formulation, a highly advanced nutraceutical form of this key herb that has been traditionally used by civilizations for thousands of years to promote health. We have now procured the most high quality and potent forms of oregano oil on the market, sourced from top leading manufacturers to ensure a concentrated level of bioactive ingredients, extracted directly from the wild herb and sealed in easy-to-use capsules. You will no longer need to endure the burning of liquid oregano on the tongue. Wild crafted from the Mediterranean oregano species that experts agree is one of the most powerful and most challenging to acquire. This winter season, it's more important than ever to secure this true form of oil of oregano. Now available in our limited first run at InfoWarsLife.com. That's InfoWarsLife.com or call 888-253-3139.
If you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance. Live from the InfoWars.com studios, it's Alex Jones.
We are broadcasting worldwide. Massive radical Islamicist offensives are being launched from Pakistan to Iraq to Syria. And they're operating inside Europe using pedophile tactics to recruit young teenage girls who are about as dumb as a box of rocks under this modern trendy system into ISIS. And it ties into VIP pedophile scandals. That is mainstream news. We're going to be breaking it down. Vladimir Putin says they're preparing nuclear readiness with Europe and the U.S. over Crimea. Huge developments on that front. We're going to be breaking it down. Also, continuing, arrests have been made in the shooting of Ferguson, Missouri police officers. Suspect admits to firing shots that struck two officers in Ferguson, critically wounding both. Shot one of them in the face. We're going to be breaking that down. USDA reports a virulent strain of avian flu in Kansas poultry. Don't know why it's spreading so fast. U.S. bird experts, Reuters, are mystified by Midwest avian flu spread. Continuing, we're going to get into the legal case against internet rules that the FCC spent 2 weeks blocking. That they rolled them out 2 weeks ago, but then didn't release the information until Friday. We've done an analysis at Infowars.com. We're going to be breaking that down as well today. It is broadcast rules, basically, that are on UHF, VHF, AM, FM, on to the full spectrum of the entire internet with criminal penalties, the Justice Department, federal, state bodies coming after folks. It's based on complaints, so it's a snitch program. You thought the IRS was bad. The IRS was hideous, going after tens of thousands of Christian groups and indicting and arresting creationists that dare promote creationism under 501c3, like the guy that had the theme park that the atheists hated so much in Florida. And they indicted him and said, you know, you're not allowed to promote Christianity and be tax exempt. And he's been convicted and is going to prison. Yeah. What's his name again?
His name is Kent Hovind.
That's right, Kent Hovind. I interviewed him like 10 years ago, but we're going to get him back on the broadcast. Nico, were you on air when you just popped in?
I was.
Awesome. That's what I love, because the guys are always popping in my ear, helping me out sometimes. We're teleprompter free, but my crew backs me up with research and data because I am teleprompter free, and I like to have you actually hear them on air. Okay, where should we go after that? Because I'm going to break each of these down. Canada is set to pass a draconian legislation that's something out of North Korea. Bill C-51, Day of Action protest announced and is denouncing new policing powers. That is going to be coming up today. It's a jam-packed transmission. But before I go any further, look at this article in a press release by Hertz. Hertz Rent-A-Car puts cameras in its rental cars, says it has no plans to use them. Samsung televisions, other smart TVs, your cable boxes. Remember I told you 15, 16, 17 years ago they were watching and listening with keyword logging? Now it's all being admitted in the terms and conditions. I had NSA whistleblowers on the show to warn you. I'm not so much worried about the rise of AI itself coming after us as the fact that corrupt humans are creating a technocracy that they control that is being pointed at the population. There was a big protest in Austin today. USA Today covered it. Protesters stage anti-robot rally at South by Southwest. DrudgeReport.com linked the top left-hand corner to our video with Leanne McAdoo talking to the demonstrators today. Here it is.
Stop the robots! Stop the robots! Stop the robots! You say robots!
We say no bots! Say goodbye!
Say goodbye!
Tell us your manifesto.
Technology should be used in coordination with humans, not in opposition of humans.
Leanne McAdoo for Infowars.com. I'm out here enjoying South by Southwest, and I ran into these extremists here with this pro-humanity message. This is Adam with Stop the Robots. Are you really out here to stop the robots? Are you against technology?
Well, so people are confused. We actually, I'm a computer engineer, and we like technology. Technology can be used to help humanity. It's already been used to help humanity, and we think that the moral decisions of humanity should stay with the technology. So the day that we start creating technology that follows a moral decision complex that's not our own is the day that we're in danger. And that already exists today, and we want to make sure that in the near-term future and the far-term future, humanity is spoken for. Ways that we can use human morality in effect with technology, not separate from humanity, rather than create a technology that's a parallel of us, something that exists against us potentially. We need to create things that allow us to advance ourselves.
Yeah. And one of the big things, obviously, that's going to happen very shortly within our lifetime that a lot of people aren't really prepared for, and economists don't even know what they're going to do. Everything's going to be automated soon, and there are going to be a lot of people without jobs. Now, that could be great in one sense because we could all self-actualize and write poetry, but let's be real, there's going to be a lot of us wandering around with nothing to do. Well, so what's the answer to that?
So I actually foresee a future where technology helps us expand our economy, not just in terms of like agricultural production and things that could potentially be automated, but in terms of jobs and the intellectual future of mankind.
Yes, and that was actually one of the things that we learned at the AI conference I just covered, is that soon with this automation, currency as we know it is going to change, the value of things will change, jobs will be obsolete, but those jobs that are really, you know, people that will remain successful are those who are able to do the jobs the robots cannot do. And so it's going to be about teaching humanity to be, you know, entrepreneurs and to think and to be creative and go beyond this. What they're teaching us at school right now is to just be robots.
Well, today there's people that are doing things for their communities, for their families, for their nations, for humanity in general, that aren't being paid for it. There's people on online forums investing extreme amounts of time helping other people, expanding on the human condition, and they're not part of the current economy. They're doing this in their own spare time. And so there are ways that we can create technology that we can't fathom right now, where people will have jobs. And as long as we keep that in mind as we build technology into the future and don't pigeonhole humanity into something where, I don't know, let's go extreme. AI controls the nuclear warheads on the planet, and all of a sudden it's got a glitch because the programmer did something wrong, and then all of a sudden humanity is destroyed.
Or it's an evil programmer.
Yeah, you know, who knows? We we need to keep, I like to use the airplane example. Right now we have planes that fly themselves. I mean, even corporate jets, or not corporate jets, commercial airlines can take off and land themselves. And so the pilot doesn't have to actually do much flying. But when we put 50 people up in the air, we put a human behind the controls.
All right, let's stop right there.
A robot, though
The full report is up on Infowars.com, PrisonPlanet.com, and the easiest place to find it because it's rolled